Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, today's video topic is housing, affordable housing. It's a hot topic around the city of Tucson because we have a city council race going on, 3 seats. It's also a hot topic in the city of Tucson because recently, just a few weeks ago, Tucson was named the least affordable city in the country when it comes to housing because of how much our rent and our housing costs are going up compared to wages. You might have heard Governor Doug Ducey talk about all the jobs that have been created in the state of Arizona. Well, they've primarily been created in the great state of Maricopa County and no place else in the state. So when Tucson wages and jobs are not increasing, but our housing is increasing, that's a bad thing. And so we have several different bills going around in the legislature that deal with housing. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. We voted on one today in the House, SB 1409. And this dictates that when cities change zoning or pass some sort of an ordinance, that they have to look at the impact on housing affordability. And so I know that there are a lot of activists in the city of Tucson who are after the city council regarding the tax giveaways that have increased gentrification and increased rents. And this 1409 is probably something you're going to like because it gives you some ammunition. I voted against 1409 mostly because I think it's unworkable without some other changes. What I suggested in my vote explanation on the floor was that 1409 would work if we eliminated SB 1072, which was passed in 2015. This is the bill that the legislature said the cities and towns cannot dictate what percentage of a development would be low-income housing or affordable housing. Well, why would we pass something like 1409 and not giving them the tools to make that work? So we should eliminate 1072 from the past. We should also eliminate 1487 from the past. This is the father of all preemption bills that said if a legislator, even one legislator, doesn't like what a city's doing, they can make a complaint to the Attorney General, and the city could lose their funding if they don't stop what they're doing that the legislator doesn't like. This is how the city of Tucson lost their gun buyback program, and also how the city of Bisbee lost their plastic bag ban. So get rid of those 2 old bills, and that gives the cities and towns more flexibility on what they can do with affordable housing. And in fact, I would say that those 2 bills contributed to the lack of affordable housing in the state of Arizona, and they should be gone. The other thing that I think that we should do, which would help the cities and towns a lot, is to increase funding for the Housing Trust Fund. This is another thing the legislature did. Year after year, the Housing Trust Fund had a sustainable steady income stream until the legislature back in the early 2011 2012, somewhere in there, when they eliminated it and kept sweeping the Housing Trust Fund. So what do? They do preemption laws, they sweep the Housing Trust Fund, and boom, homelessness blows up in the state of Arizona. Well, we created the problem. The legislature creates these problems all the time. So those are the things that we could do. Another bill that we passed, which might help somewhat, is SB 1076. This passed, I believe, last week. What this does is that it gives developers who are creating low-income housing tax credit developments, it allows them to pay their property taxes based on the income from the property. And so, in other words, we have heard in the past that some low-income properties in the state of Arizona might only be like 3% a low income or affordable, and the whole rest of the thing is luxury. And so what this 1076 says is that they would pay property taxes based on their income. So if they have a building that is 90% affordable, they will pay less taxes on it than if they have a building that is all luxury or only 10% affordable and the rest luxury. And so that will help some. That will also allow developers to buy land in other parts of the state, which would allow them to spread out low income and affordable housing into different areas. So there's a lot going on. I'd like to say that there was a comprehensive plan to tackle homelessness and affordable housing, but there's not. Because obviously, just from my little list, there's many things that we could do. And it's unconscionable that the city of Tucson and the city of Phoenix are in the top 10 worst cities for affordable housing, and we still have no comprehensive plans in the legislature. Come on. One off here and there doesn't work. We need to look broadly at the problem and repeal the bills in the past that created the problem.